Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. I have some wonderful things to talk about tonight, today, tomorrow, this evening, this morning, whatever time. So last sort of like big news thing, I kind of brought up the new game coming out for our for Monster Hunter, which is Monster Hunter Outlanders. Now, there is some stuff that we do know about it previously, right? It's mobile. It seems like it's only mobile for right now. We don't know if there's going to be some sort of PC port, kind of like with Genshin and other games like that. We don't know. Kind of seems like there might be a hint of gacha to it. Hopefully not, but if there is, it could be mostly cosmetic, hopefully. But I kind of want to take a little bit of time for you and myself to get to like know what this project is mostly about, right? So a couple things to note is, again, there is mobile, right? It is going to use mostly previously known monsters as far as we know, okay? Raytheon, Rathl's on the screen here. I've seen Anjanath, I've seen Jagras, I believe I see Pookie and stuff like that. It looks like we're going to be getting primarily previously known monsters. We have no confirmation if we're going to be getting new monsters. We are getting new things, yes, but new monsters, can't really say for right now. With that though, right? Already you can see kind of a little bit of some gameplay stuff. Here's Anjanath. We get the Great Sword. Super big deal. You could also see here with, it looks like we're getting new support characters. Some, not so much of maintaining like Palicos, but we are getting other things. And I'll go further into that in a little bit. It does touch on this in here. But you can see we get dual blades here, fighting the Rathalos. This is the long sword, right? Completely kicking ass together. I love it. It's awesome. Okay. They also bring out a new type of like mechanic that we're going to be dealing with. They're calling it the Radiance, right? So every monster seems to go in like this overheated, so overcharged sort of state. They're calling it Radiant, right? As you can see, they show more or less just what it kind of looks like. We don't know the full scope other than damage, probably increased health. I hope it's some new form of attacks, maybe like element swapping, maybe, right? Like maybe Pookie here can do like fire poison, or his attacks get more of a fire base or explosion or something like that. Hopefully that's what we get. And then this is the one that's really weird to me. So it is a open world survival title. With Wilds right now, we technically have some level of base building in the sense of the camps, but Monster Hunter has never really delved into this sort of, Power World, Minecraft, that sort of open world survival as. I feel like it is going to fit relatively well with the series because the games have always been more about how, mankind or people commingle with nature and how nature fights back, and it's really cool. I think this is going to be a really interesting avenue that it goes down, but I don't know how well it's going to overall work with, I guess, people. I know how players are going to react to it. And of course, new biomes and stuff like that. Oh, lovely. Aptonoffs are coming back. Who would have thought? Sorry. But yeah, I hope this runs well. That's all I can say right now. With what we've seen so far, hopefully it runs well. Going a little bit further into this, right? We've seen with the showing of the animation a little bit ago, we did get some characters, we got some weapons and that sort of stuff. They do have some of them posted right now. Right now, you could currently see there's a lot of right nows happening right now. You can have Rhea, of course, as we could probably already guess what she's wearing. Kuliaku, they posted it. So he'll be in the game, right? The good old chicken. One thing that's interesting to note, right? Other than the fact that the dual blades is getting a new weapon style, I like this style of dual blades. This is sick. I hope this is just one of the many. Okay, but so of course weapons, dual blade. We know that very well. But what's weird is Disruptor. Okay? I'll show you a few more, but just kind of keep an eye on that right now. Disruptor, right? Madeline, Puke. The Puke set right now, I love this. This is I have liked the Puke set in past, but it's never been like a main sort of like, oh, I need that sort of. It's just a really cool design, right? Okay, so dual blades, right? This one is support, which is interesting. So support, it looks like you can see right now in the little icon there, it's got a music note to it. I'm assuming Hunting Horn is also going to be fitting with that too, and much to the dismay of many other people, because Hunting Horn freaking bonks, dude. But yeah, we have support. Longsword is assault. Okay. And then lastly, we have heavy bowgun, which is disruptor. Now, as far as I can kind of speculate, a lot of this is going to be just speculation. I just wanted to talk about this. Is being as we have disruptor, we have support, and we have assault. I can't fully state that it is going to be fitting inside the holy trinity of MMOs. If you're unfamiliar with that, that means damage, that means tank, and that means healer or support, okay? I don't know if we're going to really get that. I can assume there might be some sort of play in and out of it, especially with some of the other weapons. We have no idea what gun lance is going to be like. We have no idea what lance, charge play. We have no idea. We don't. But for right now, I'm semi-assuming assault and disruptor are kind of playing within like two sides of the same coin when it comes to like DPS or attacking roles, because it looks like disruptor is more of a breaking defense sort of role, and then assault's probably just straight freaking damage like it's supposed to be. Along with weapons and these types, right, we also get a look at the buddies, right? So right now you have the Palico, which is already designated as an assault type, so I'm assuming, like I said earlier, probably just damage, right? Then we have Trillin, right? Some sort of support character. Now, in the animation earlier, it looked like possibly a jumping pad, could be items, you know, like maybe popping like Vigor Wasp or Flashfly cages or, you know, that sort of stuff, right? And then finally we have Rutako, okay? Disruptor. Now, it says tools and Radianite to build. Maybe it's got something to do like with Wild Hearts that we've seen so far on this channel, where you get to build things, right? Maybe he plays like an engineer role. That'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be sick. But finally, it goes into kind of showing and experiencing what, or not experiencing, but explaining what Radiant is, what the Radiant status on these monsters are gonna be. Now, in this one here, as you can see on screen, the special environment on the island has caused this Rathalos to become radiant. Like normal species, it can unleash powerful flame breaths, but it also has a dangerous set of claws. So beware of surprise attacks from above. The radiant species has become more aggressive and will behave and attack differently than normal. So it doesn't help a lot, because it could just mean that it's in a permanent state of rage. It could be super rage. It could be maybe just all the attacks just hit harder and it's still a regular ass Rathalos. I don't know, right? And then just for comparison, they do have a regular Rathalos on here. Womp womp. You know? So one of the things too that they bring out, and this is on their Twitter page and in their Discord as well, the team wanted to go through and kind of help do some general Q&A, right? So first one here, question is, can you tell us about the core experience of the game? The team says Monster Hunter Outlanders is an open world survival game set in the Monster Hunter universe. Okay, for all you lore heads out there, no idea what that fully entails. It could be like Monster Hunter Go, and technically it's in the Monster Hunter universe, but the monsters are going through portals. We don't know. And then aim to create a mobile game that allows players to enjoy a Monster Hunter experience with friends anytime, anywhere. With that being stated, that they're talking about a mobile game, it's been a long-lived understanding that there's two teams when it comes to Monster Hunter games. One is the console team. So the PlayStation 2 game with Monster Hunter 2. Then you had the Wii with Monster Hunter 3, the Wii U with 3 Ultimate, Wii U with 4 Ultimate as well, right? Alongside those, though, you do get mobile versions or handheld console versions. So, big one that I can tell you right now with Monster Hunter 2 and Monster Hunter Freedom, we also got Freedom Unite, which was on the PSP. See what I mean? So I'm curious if this is actually if this is specifically the handheld console team working on this. If it is, I am super stoked to see what they come up with. I'm jazzed because both teams work really well. So who knows? The other one is target audience primarily fans of the Monster Hunter franchise, or is it aimed at a broader audience of mobile gamers? This is a really good question, just because with mobile games the way it is, there is a growing group of people that are mobile gamers. I'm using a lot of quote fingers today. I'm getting aggressive with it. But mobile gaming market is super different from console, from PC, from handhelds and stuff like that, just because these games are geared for much shorter spans of time, right? I'm looking at AFK Arena, where actually the time spent with the game being played is more than likely not you actually playing it. So there are some things like MMORPGs which spend a bit more like on-hand time with those games. There's, card battlers, Magic the Gathering arenas on mobile, puzzle games, all sorts of stuff. So it's interesting what they have to say here, because they're confident that both fans, both current fans or old longtime fans and newcomers will hopefully find it excitable and enjoyable. I think that goes for every generation of Monster Hunter, or every game that comes out, is just hopefully they can bring more people. Now, with the advent of World and Iceborne, that definitely happened. Since they got revamped with a new engine, more monsters, new monsters, a whole new area, people ate that shit up. Worlds did really well because that was OG. Like, I would say that's the newest generation of OG Monster Hunter. Rise blew up simply due to the fact that Rise had that big arcadey feel, which Generations really pioneered. I'm just saying that's going to happen every time. It's going to happen every time. Will there be large monsters unique to this game? Yeah. The reveal trailer showcased large monsters such as Anzanath. They're not ready, like I said earlier, to reveal any sort of specific new ones. I don't know if there is going to be anything this year or anytime soon, say like this month or next month, if they're going to say anything about it. Hopefully they do, maybe at least one or two, but keep in mind, there is a huge set of monsters to pull from. We have everything that came from Frontiers. We have everything from the mainline games. It's a stupid amount of shit to pull from. Another one is debut trailer features scenes showcasing different terrains such as sand, forests, and swamps. Will outdoor movement in the game be seamless? This is a really big concern, but I feel like this question already got answered, I guess, with Wilds, because Wilds already moves seamlessly. And typically with Capcom and Monster Hunter, once they have something down or they figured something out, they typically don't let it go. Just kind of saying. I mean, even with some of their more niche mechanics like the swimming and stuff from the 3rd generation, that went from try into 3 Ultimate. They did not ditch it, okay? Granted, it would be really hard for them to probably ditch it, but still, that did last 2 games. It is still a thing, and it came back in Wilds. Who would have thought? I do like the swimming of 3rd generation over wild swimming, just because it's actually like you're actually piloting and commanding and doing stuff, but that's here or there. Apart from large monsters, will there be other quests like delivery or gathering quests? I swear to some greater hunter in the sky, if there are egg quests in this game, I'm going to throw my phone into the highway. No, thank you. Their answer, the game will include a variety of quests, including open world exploration and challenge-based missions. Of course, everything will be revealed in the future. That's great, fine and dandy. But there's still more. There's still a little bit more to talk about. They do have, so just like a little bit ago, they do have stuff in here for forest. They have deserts. They have swamps, kind of hitting the main sort of gist of our biomes. But if you look in this screenshot here that I have on screen, there is a little bit of a hint of the lava. We also saw the lava in the animation earlier. And they have some unique comments about their newest thing called Radiantite. 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 You know, whatever. This is what they talk about as being a new like environmental thing to understand and figure out what we're going to do with. I don't know if it's going to play a part in weapon crafting like the Ardian stuff is, or if it's maybe like an armor thing, or just a straight up stat buffing, maybe jewels, maybe charms. Who really knows? But this ties into story-wise with the Radiant monsters. I'm really curious to know what it's going to really do as far as like story, but we'll figure it out. They also show another biome, which is the Grand Archipelago. It's, from my understanding about this, it's very similar to a mix of coral highlands and I would say part of like the Seregios part of wilds in the Windward Plains, right? You have the cragginess and stuff like that. So on one hand is coral highlands, the other side is that cragginess. I'm interested if there's going to be like a dry season or a wet season, because we already have dynamic climates in wilds. Granted, it comes and goes in like seasonal tides and that sort of stuff, but still, I'm curious and it'd be really cool to know. We have more talks about the buddies and stuff. It looks like we do get a choice. I don't know if there's going to be like some sort of buff system to it, if there's a leveling system. In Worlds, we had the ability to kind of get these pieces of gear or equipment that our Palico could use, and then as they get used, they level up. When they level up, they get access to more things, so on and so forth. In Wilds, we still have that too, but we don't have direct control of it, and we can't designate one specific tool. Again, Worlds, you could pick Vigor Wasp only, Flash Fly only. In Wilds, it's Vigor Wasp, Flash Fly, Wrath, yeah, all that stuff. Now, Turf Wars are coming back. I'm happy for that because that's one weird thing that has always been a huge plus for just Monster Hunter, because it's one of those things where it's like makes things more live, right? It actually brings you into like, well, if these monsters are so huge and territorial, you'd think they'd start to fight. They do. Finally. And of course, along with the Turf Wars and all this stuff earlier, we do finally get another tidbit about our weapons that are used. They haven't stated that we get all the weapons that we already know, all 14 of them. Of course, we saw the Greatsword. We saw dual blades, bow, longsword, and heavy bowgun. Now we see light bowgun as an option, and we get lance. We do not know what type of role, I guess you could call it, light bowgun and lance get. I'm thinking that lance is probably like some sort of just straight up tank role. Maybe we'll see them possibly be this disruptor role, whatever that truly entails. We don't know yet. Really don't know yet. Like we already saw earlier, they did post a little bit more tidbits about the special characters, like Rhea the Dual Blader. We also have Madeline the Bow. And with all that being said, I think there's a lot to it. There is a stupid amount to this game that just we don't know. We don't know what it's truly going to bring. Of course, it's Monster Hunter, right? We all know what it is. We've been playing it since like early 2000s, right? But every time a new Monster Hunter comes out, it changes up the game every single time. It doesn't break it. It changes. It evolves. And I hope with this new evolution of Monster Hunter, it's good. That's all I can say. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got. I know. Very long-winded video. I apologize. But again, I really just want to talk about this because it's Monster Hunter. I love this shit. It's awesome. So without further ado, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for watching now. Thanks for watching later. If you liked today's episode, if you like what I got to talk about, please, I do have other episodes talking about more things Monster Hunter, Title Update 3, the first deal of Outlanders and stuff, and more videos, more streams. That's all I got for you. Take care, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think. I'm out.